Suede. Hey, listen, Suede seems like a nice guy, okay? No harm, no foul. Suede seems like a good old friend of ours, you know, from the past. But starting off the first pistol, it does look like Gen.G is setting up towards this A site, sending those feelers early. But I like this aggression from the side of Cloud9, and Vice sending it flying with a couple of shots to the dome, and it'll be 2 down for Gen.G.
That's right, and Vice was basically the latest addition for Cloud9 when they actually played with Poach a lot before, and he's doing his job, getting those 2 kills, Shinobi doing the same thing as well, and now we have a 4-on-2 situation in favor of Cloud9 on defense. We have to slow it down now for the attackers, and you can see now, in this point of view of Effie's, we do have Nguyen playing as the Sova. So not playing as a Jet. They need that information playing here as much on the attacker and defender side. But look at that minimap. They've pushed all the way down as well towards that fountain. They know the attack is going to come towards A at this point because they have another one posted inside hookah. So the last 2 players inside this A site are just doubled up now towards this U-Haul.
Like you said, it's still going to be a difficult push in here for Gen.G. The odds are relatively stacked against them. A great crossfire setup in U-Haul from the side of Cloud9, you know, looking at both entryways. They'll hear that spike get planted, but it's actually going to be Tens pushing up towards Heaven. He'll likely spot them out early. The feelers are sent out. They don't see that anyone's on the on the site, rather, and it's the shot that is good from Tens. Spike going down, and now Tens will seal the deal there, get that last and final frag. Pretty rough start here to kick us off, but, you know, it's just a pistol, and we'll see how the rest of the rounds, of course, unfold.
No, definitely. I think it was okay for them to play it very, very passively or very slowly for the last 2 players because you're trying to clear out the site together. If they actually went towards that back of the triple stack, which is what they did, they wanted to hopefully win a 2 versus 1 inside U, which would have weakened the defense and a post-plan situation towards A side. But because it took a little bit too long and it didn't spot anybody, they played in the dark, and as they played in the dark, well, you did have the Sova of Nguyen falling back towards the showers, but I think he didn't look well enough. He banged towards that wall, and Tens got the 2 kills. So this round, though, it's going to be a gun round for Cloud9, and Tens with a Jet, Tens with this Judge. It's something that we see a lot now these days, too.
Yeah, he likes to get involved, and he likes to get up close and personal with it. We are seeing Shinobi with 3, Shinobi with 4, and it's a flawless round here for Cloud9. But okay, before the chat spams those Fs, it's just the pistols to kick us off. And, of course, now this is where Gen.G can have the buy that they want. You're likely going to see some Phantoms and some Vandals for the attack here. And they will be able to finally put a round on the board if they are able to do so. Of course, they still need to, you know, execute and strategize and all that good stuff. But now they have the weaponry to play.
That's right. And that round, though, you saw that from the attacker side of Gen.G, they really just tried to walk up towards short A. They didn't go for any type of big executions to try to at least get the spike down. They wanted to push as a group, but Shinobi aiming on the side of the Bulldog, burst shots, easy shots. You just saw an arrow head way up towards the air, towards this A side to see if we can get some information towards the A site to start things off. But Relix is going to start with some smokes to cover up towards B, while the camera is also set up towards showers. So Mikhail will not spawn anybody yet. It's going to be very, very slow as we're still playing the pickoff game.
This is where Gen.G are playing a little bit more safer, biding their time, sending the feelers out. They, of course, have a Sova where they can do that. Nguyen going to be the one that sends out those owl drones, sends out those recon bolts. And really, if he comes up with nothing, that is actually worse news than it is good news, you know? He wants to have value out of this drone. He wants to have value out of the recon bolt. But a great wall at least tells them that Sage is on the site. So that's one information piece gathered. And now with that wall being bursted down, we'll see if they push on to the site.
Yeah, they have 2 players playing towards this octagon here at the garden. So again, it's going to be that Jet. He's going to play it close with that Judge just under the window. A blaze wall is holding just on the other side, and that is Tens. And look at that. It's a fake. They fall back from that. So at least the Brimstone has already rotated on the other side, though. So it's still going to be very hard for the attackers to overtake this A site of Gen.G.
Now, Recon Bolt likely going to spot out Shinobi. That'll be the location revealed, and it's cyber cages that are put up. Nice. Player 1 going to find 1. A great attack round for them to kick us out, but it's still the 4v5. Have to dissuade this push. It's the stim beacon for Relix. As now he's going to be faced potentially from the wrath of Tens. Mikhail going to be taken out here. They're going to break down that wall. With that spike ticking, it's going to be the solo player. Nguyen going to be pushing in from the showers. We've seen the flanks before, how great they can be. Ten's trying to get involved. Shots from Nguyen, and it's just pandemonium, but they need to defuse the spike. It's ticking down ever so slightly. The defense need to push up, need to get involved, but it is taking time away from the spike. Effie's going to find one more, and it's all down to Mitch. He finds one, still the 1v2, but that spike is getting way too close for him, and he's got to back away.
Definitely, and that was all thanks to not only, well, yes, partly it was a slow play from Cloud9 on a retake, but at the same time, you saw it, that molly actually landed onto the APC. So it was actually a set nade, or a set molly that came in there from player one, landed it right at the spike area. We had the Cypher trying to come in to get the defuse, but he was already down to 24 HP, had to unstick and get away and hopefully get the frags coming through. But GenG played it super passively. They played the angle. You even saw when the Tens was actually pushing with that judge inside U, and he was just spamming. Nobody was actually shooting back. So they really wanted to play as if the U-shaped hallway was clear, so they could really play on the spike instead of the fights.
They're going to try it again one more time. Seems to be like the A-side hit is quite common when it comes to bind. You know, you set up those smokes, you set up the wall, and it's an easy plan. It's all about the retake after and the post-plant positions from the attack. Can they set up in a great enough way for the defense to have a difficult time to push in? And we saw that difficult time in the previous round. Of course, the weapon's not really the best. Relic's going to have to jump away with the operator tagged down ever so slightly, but they'll get that orb, but now they'll have run it back for information.
Yeah, and they could definitely use that to get into the site. At least they know that they have an operator there, so they have to find the right timing for it. So they still have the Brimstone smokes, right? So they could use it, or they execute towards the A side, or they could smoke up towards Heaven and towards you, and then really go for a bloodbath battle right after. And looking at it so far, all of them are grouped up towards this short A. So you see the execution, and probably a run it back where everybody's going to run right behind it as well for that information too. But you only have two players inside the site now. One rotated back.
Oh, Orbital Strike has to push Vice away, and it will actually connect. The big brain play to clear out the U-Haul. That'll mean that they now have complete control of the site. Still the 4v5 now for the defense. We saw how difficult the retake was before. Let's see how it is again. Ten's going to find one early, and we'll see how that continues forward.
Yeah, there was a gap in the wall. So Relics is able to creep forward as well, and he gets the pick on to win. So that sucks right there for them for the attacker side, but they have a one-man disadvantage. That spike is still ticking. Nice shot by Relics as he jumps forward, lands the shot in the face of GMD, and they're already on the defuse. Counter wall coming up as well. It should be the round coming in for Cloud9.
Wow. That was smooth. That was really, really smooth. You know, the spike clearing U-Haul, they had control. They got that spike down. It really was their post-plant positions where they just got kind of stuck. Tens was able to get some shots in from Heaven, and then the rest is kind of history. They set up that wall, and there's some great crossfires from the defense to keep them from pushing forward. Another round here on the board for Cloud9, and a great one at that. You know, I think they still were able to survive with one more member, I think, actually. Yeah. So a weapon will likely still be in play for the attack. But, I mean, having a look at the economy, it's probably not the greatest for both sides.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be playing off Effie as you see it here. Two classics in the hands of Nguyen, and also to player one as he's holding that Phantom trying to move forward. Relics even gets the first pick. They're still trying to contest towards the shower side and finally to put a cyber cage up, but that's actually on the defender side. So that's going to give a chance here for Relics to fall back. Here's a push here from the attackers of GenG at short A.
Yeah, they've got these great setups with the camera. It allows full vision of what is happening on the site. Shinobi trying to get those shots with the Hunter's Fury will actually tag one, but won't be able to seal the deal. But I like this play. You execute towards A, and then you call the connector play towards B. Of course, Mitch is going to be waiting there. The spray is good. Finds two, but it's GMD that'll find that last frag. Still going to be the 2v4. Actually, Hent finds one with the jumping classic. And now there's one more member remaining. GMD, he's got a Phantom, tries to take out one, but it's the cross from the defense, giving us a 4-1 scoreline.
So close, look at that. He has a sliver of health left as a Cypher from Cloud9. Somehow the spray did not connect into his favor on that 3 versus 1. And a nice play, at least from the defender as a Sage there inside that site, putting that wall up, and that allows him to get the wall bang, a better angle as well, so he doesn't have to go for like a head peek from the spawn side. But I do like the fact that from Gen.G, I think the reason why they just took the teleporter quickly towards the B side as well was because when the Hunter's Fury was actually launched from the defender side, I'm pretty sure it shot towards that wall that kind of broke it too. So that didn't give it a chance to actually move in to get a plant later. They were going to be discovered out in the open. They wanted to put the chances in their favor.
I like this. Relics has been playing towards showers every single time, and he opens up with an operator kill, but he's not there this time. And Gen.G are able to at least have a look inside and gather a lot of real estate, but they think that he's the only one. Vice with 3! Oh, baby! GMT, he's going to find a couple of his own, and somehow Gen.G open up onto the site, and now it's the 2v2.
Yeah, it was supposed to be one-sided there when it was fully baited out. It's such a nice play from Cloud9, but Gen.G reacts, retaliates, and also gets the spike down. 10's long range puts this. Oh, I like this. It's going to be a one-way, so they could really focus on just towards this short, but the flank is happening way too slowly right now for Cloud9. Now as he peek out, double peek from you and from Showers, 10's falls down. Mitch goes for the res, so Vice is moving up, so he knows. They both know here from Gen.G side, they're moving in from short. Hot hands on the ground. Spike is still ticking down. They're both hiding behind the triple stack or towards their showers. Now only one peek. They're playing the bait game. But now after that flash, they know that they're both there. GMD gets a frag. Mitch falls, and a nice round there for Gen.G.
Yeah, you just play time. You know, hiding behind Tetris, you've got the perfect angle. And, you know, there's really no way that Cloud9, unless they win the dry peaks, you know. They held the angle, but at the end of the day, when you got two people coming from both sides, you're like, where do I look? You know what I mean? So, great round from the attack. You know, I have to say, I really thought that it was going to be Cloud9's game. You know, sorry, Cloud9's round. But once Vice got that 3K, it was good from the opposition of Gen.G to push in through showers and get those refrags. I feel like they were confident enough to say, okay, they're still focused on short. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm going to just stop talking now. I'm done. I'm done.
Dude, jump operator shots is something that we're starting to see very, very often. And it happened a lot in Counter-Strike. I saw it a lot in Counter-Strike 1.6, a little bit less in CSGO. But the jumping, aimed on the sight, pop in the face, it happened a lot. And it seems as though, and we saw it from Rob Wiz earlier on today in the broadcast too. So I think it's starting to become a new meta right now for how operators play. Use a jet, go for the dashes, go for these jump peaks, and it's just accurate as soon as you land on the ground. And that's a buddy hop trying to bait the shot. Finally, he goes for the shoulder peek, goes back out, headshot onto 10s as well, and we have a 4-on-4 now.
Yeah, still going to be up to Gen.G to push in, of course. They need to decide where they want to go. B-site's looking quite nice this time of year. Only the Sage player Mitch on that site holding hookah, but it's Gen.G. Still have the anchor and Mikael hiding, or at least gathering information to make sure that there are no lurks coming in from A-short. Orbital strike going to go down and actually just finds Nguyen. I mean, it's pretty standard stuff once the res comes through. An engagement happens in hookah, that Shinobi still trying to keep the dream alive here. It's still down to the 3v3.
You hate to see it. Wasted that res, unfortunately, as Nguyen dies twice in a round, but Mikael at least opens it up towards this A side. So they open the site, they heard the teleporter, so they know at least you have Shinobi coming in from the shower side. Now they put up the wall, Vice falls down, so both players, even a neural theft, being thrown by the defenders. So now we know exactly where the 2-on-2 is going to be held. They're pinching in right now from the main site and from you. You have the stage that's low on HP, probably doesn't have the heal up, but at least player 1 wins that fight versus Vice. A gap in the wall, actually. Now Shinobi is on a 1 versus 1. Effis is just around the corner. Phantom now picked up. Only 4 bullets in the clip. Runs it out. So a great job so far here from Effis to run that clock. Now self-heal. Halfway at least on the defuse. The wide swing and the kill from Effis to clutch that to make it 4-on-3.
This is close. You know, considering Cloud9 in their previous match against Triumph Gaming, I think the scoreline was 9-4 at the end of the first half, and Cloud9 was on defense. We're seeing something a little bit closer as we are not even really near the end of this first half, and it's already 4-3, a close match between the two teams. And so once we swap over to the second half, really it's going to be up to Cloud9 to show us how they attack, and Gen.G, of course, to show us how they defend. But a closer match means that Cloud9 have their work cut out for them once the half swaps. And now Gen.G looking forward towards another round. A couple of those pre-fire shots from player one to gather, you know, if anyone's going to jiggle peek around the corner early. Portal here from Mitch. He doesn't really have the weaponry, so pistols are going to come out. Won't find one. It's Miguel and Vice that trade places, and now it is up for the defense to back out of the showers, and GenG, they're rushing towards B.
How is that possible? Like, when they saw that 3 players make that even 4 players pinch down towards that showers, everybody's still grouped up towards short A. So they're still running with uncertainty right now for the attackers. Now through the portal, player 1 lines up 2, but unfortunately, Tens with the judge cannot get the frag. Player 1 saw it all coming, and all 3 of them drop. Shinobi, last man standing, with a Vandal inside that site, runs out of bullets with only 2 remaining, but not even needed, as Nguyen gets the wall bang, and we tie up this game 4-4.
It's a tight game here, Vansilli.
Oh, yeah.
And it is going closer and closer and closer towards an opportunity for GenG to show us that they are a top 5 team, or Cloud9 that they are not down in the gutter and that they can come out on top. Of course, this is just the group stage of the Pulse Invitational, and both these teams have the opportunity to still make it out of groups and really show us what they're capable of in the playoffs coming in on Saturday and Sunday. So we'll see how the rest of these rounds unfold. Of course, we are 4 rounds away from the end of this half, and it is Tens here with the operator looking down long, and he's going to find FE's Yundo. Will trade it out with the opposing Sage, and now it's GenG pushing on to B.
Yeah, nice pick this time. Tens did not miss. As they are moving slowly towards this hookah side, you do have GND. It's very close on the other side of the wall as that Phoenix. Shinobi's about to spot him out. Not even needed. Tens gets the wall bang in the face. Onto GMD. We've fallen back towards the A side, though, because Mikael has pushed up. He's lurking. He knows there's a player towards showers as well. And Relix is even going to put a molly on the ground just to see if he could deny this plant a little bit longer for his teammates to rotate. But they should get this down for GMD. 100 security come out part of the spawn side. Close range battle as Tens wins that fight versus Mikael, and he can upgrade to a weapon too. Oh my god.
Tens? Hello? Tens, you okay there? You having a good day? Not able to get the ace. Vice clean things up for the team, but Tens, man, he's really showing us that he's delivering. He's delivering on all the promises that he made. He's just going to frag out of his mind and show us that he can do it in style. If we have a quick look at the leaderboard, of the scoreboard rather, I'd love to see where he's at in terms of KDA, how he's doing. What's it looking like?
Especially with the 4K on that round, right? So he did quite well, but I think what really spoiled or foiled the plans for GenG there, Simo, was the easy Hunter's Fury that came out from Shinobi. Yeah, 11-5. Not bad.
Now that we have a chance to look at the weaponry, it's the double op play here for Cloud9. You love to see it, especially on a map like Bind. Lots of long sight lines, and we're seeing both ops. Actually, both ops are on B. Very interesting. The way that they're setting that up, you know, maybe it would have been nice to have an op towards A, have a look down from heaven, but, you know, sometimes it can be smoked off by that truck, so your sight line automatically gets eradicated. Relix holding on to the Vandal here as he's ready for a peek in towards the showers. We are seeing GMD on the opposite side, ready with the curveball. Throws it out, he's got the pistol in tow, but it's the defense that'll mow him down. Send those grass clippings flying high, and it's just down to 2 here for GenG.
Yeah, they're doing a great job for Cloud9 to nullify this split, because look at the amount of brimstone smoke that comes down. The cyber cages towards the showers. Oh no, Mitch is on the flank. Tap and tap, tap. 2 players fall, and it's going to be 6-4. Well, it was an equal for GenG no matter what, but still, from the way that it was played, it did a great job to deny any type of pushes past the A-side showers and short A here for Cloud9.
You know, there's still an opportunity for a 9-4 finish line here for Cloud9. We are seeing, of course, the weaponry online for GenG. It did not look like they had the weaponry in the previous round, and so they will look to, you know, stick a wrench in that 9-4 scoreline dream for Cloud9. Whereas Cloud9, they've got credits to spend. They are not, you know, worried about their lavish lifestyle. Caviar on deck. They've got a bottle of wine. They're cracking it open. And they're letting it cipher here. So we're seeing Relix holding down B long, sending a Molotov in to stop the push forward. And he's already been spotted out. So he's going to have to get out of there because they're just throwing utility his way. And the portal will be the choice for his way out.
This is so good, because this weekend's out B, but Shinobi's just around the corner at the window, but it's a run it back that's going to spot him first. So that's great information by GMD, and even a greater opening. 5 players now from Gen.G, moving inside that site. GMD pushed all the way towards that spawn, but Vice just waiting around the corner. So he didn't spawn him, but it's going to look very hard here for the last 2 players to try to clutch this. Even look at how far behind that Brimstone is. So it's really just going to be now the Cypher of Vice just holding back towards that spawn side, and you can see they're just looking to save their weapons, but from Vice's position was trying to salvage the operator into the next.
Sorry, my apologies, chat. I was looking at some stats from the Spike GG, and Cloud9 had a 9-half and a 4-half, so my apologies for reading that wrong. They had a 9 rounds win for their defense, so I'm going to have to bite my tongue on that one. So still, Cloud9 are in the lead, 2 rounds ahead. We know at least that's math is correct. And it's looking like potentially another one on the board here for Gen.G. So Spike is good. Defense is hiding for the exits, and we are seeing Relic's going to find one, having to back away that Dragon, going to let those wings soar and fly. GMD going to be the first line of offense here to potentially see Relics as well, but it's the hot hands that stops him from pushing forward. And so he'll save the weapon and live to see another day. 6-5, last round before we swap to the second half. We could potentially see 6-6 here for Gen.G, and that would be a great scoreline to go on to defense.
Yeah, you see how they're dropping and mustering right now for sort of pistols coming through for the defender side. But I saw some Vandals too, especially from the 2 that were saved from the previous round. They should still be okay. Yeah, there he goes. So they have 2 operators once again. They have 3 Vandals, and of course, only losing 1 player on the side of Gen.G. They're going to go for a full buy as well. They have a Cypher. So they have a Neural Theft that they could use, and they also have a Resurrection here for Gen.G.
Oh, Mitch has got to be careful setting up that wall in Hookah. Going to have to cross safely, give a little control over to Gen.G. But really it was just the stall. The rest of the team looking towards A. Tens, though, in a great position. He's up on the truck and ready to make that operator sing. Misses a crucial shot to kick us off. Now it's up to Vice. He's going to be there with a face full of ice, having to back away. It's a lot of smoke on the site, not really sure what's going on. Orbital Strike going to make that pandemonium just that much more confusing. But all we do know is that the Spike is still yet to go down. Mikhail going to find 1 Effie's as well to follow suit. Blaze Wall to hide their positioning in U-Haul, and it's the defense still trying to get some frags, and they have not done it yet. Shinobi and Relics that'll find 2. But now Relic's going to try to push in. He's going to get a face full of lead from Mikhail, and it's up to Mitch now, the last member standing. He's got an operator and a dream, and that dream has just turned into a nightmare by Gen.G.
What a nice round there for both of these teams, actually. Yes, it looked very chaotic. It was just basically everybody from Gen.G were really pushing inside the U-shape to try to take control of the back of the site. But because of all of these smokes and even a wall that came up, nobody could push back from the defender side, and it just had to hold back towards the spawn. But somehow, even though you're in an angle that could actually spot anybody that leans out towards the U-shaped hallway, they're still getting picked off by lamps here for Gen.G against Cloud9. So Gen.G did a very good job on the one-on-one battles, on the entries, and then get the spike down. It was even better that they spiked it towards that back of Ninja, or the Cubby, as some people like to call it. But I like to call it Ninja. Cubby is more towards that A side. But that prevented the spike here from dying early too. So a very nice play here from the attacker side of Gen.G. We tied up 6-6, and now the pistol round is live.
Cloud9 have a tall task ahead of them. They have to not only deal with the fact that 6-6 pretty much nullifies really anything. It's pretty much back to where we started. Now these are where the rounds really start to matter. I can almost imagine like it's 0-0 and they just have to get to the first 7, right? So yeah. Mikhail going to start with the first one onto Mitch. They'll still make their way onto the site. Likely Spike going to go down to follow that up as well. Smokes are down as well to cover the plant, and they'll get into their post-plant positions as well. A great take from Cloud9, but it's up to Gen.G now to dwindle those odds, starting with Mikhail on 10.
Yeah, he's still doing a very good job inside that hookah. So a frenzy long range still connects to 2 kills. The rotation's coming across for a retake play. He gets a hat trick now with the frenzy, as he still has Shinobi trying to go for the flank here from hookah. Relic's playing towards long. Shock darts coming through. A trade across as well. Shinobi's the last man standing. It's not really planted for him, so he's just trying to go for the spray, but the defuse comes across from PL1, and even to seal the deal, gets the headshot onto Shinobi as well, and Gen.G take the lead in this matchup.
listen, you ever watch those crazy, shows in, I don't know if it's Japan or Korea, but there's like this wall coming and you have to like get into the shape of the wall.
I love those shows. I love those shows.
Player one was sitting there behind the corner. Like, I don't know how Shinobi didn't see him, or at least see him enter and try to defuse. Player one was just hiding in the perfect spot, and he got the defuse.
He definitely didn't fall in the water.
Yeah, he was
hit through the Tetris hole.
He was cleaning up there. He was cleaning up. Great round here for GenG. Now they'll have some weaponry to play with. A Marshall for Nguyen looking to get some damage done. And we'll see if that damage will be on any Cloud9 members. They're starting to push up towards A, but it's those smokes now that are going to execute and have them push forward. One kill here onto Vice, looking for that second. Nguyen now going to back away with a two-piece. And it's up to Cloud9 to push in.
Tens retaliates though, headshot onto Mikael from the showers, and nice shots from Nguyen to start things off. At least they get the spike plant now for the attackers. Mission accomplished as they're falling back now in a post plant situation, but look at everybody from the defenders. They're all moving in at pipes. It's going to be a 4-man retake, possibly even 4 of them moving inside the hall of the U. So right now they spotted one peeking towards the APC. They're trying to clear out the area so everybody can focus towards U. They spot now. It's going to be Shinobi actually hiding in the corner. So a nice bait to come through first. Tens falls, unfortunately, at the APC. A wall to come up for a self-defuse as well. And now that's it. They all drop like flies because it was just a great retake against pistols. That makes it super hard. And now GenG takes the lead by 2.
So this is a great start here now for GenG. They're feeling good. They're feeling confident. For the side of Cloud9, they will have weapons now fully online for themselves. Vandals across the board looking to engage at a long distance for them. Looking like they're prepping towards B. They will be dealt with Sage and Cypher, which is, of course, Effie's and Mikael. We'll see how they defend. Tripwires, cyber cages, they're all going to be set up. But now Cloud9 actually spread out a little bit more, and they're just going to send feelers out early. But it's player one and GMD ready for an early push. Face full of lead from Tens, and it's player one there with the refrag.
Now as he's trying to come back and fall back at the same time too, because basically his teammates fell. He doesn't really have a Sage that's close to go for the heal, so he has to turtle back inside that site. But nice shot here as we see Skylar. Looks like he got picked down as well on halfway HP. Relic's forced to fall back towards the spawn side. But they both still have the Sage alive, but they're both on the other side of the map where they can't really help. So it's really going to be Mitch trying to do some stuff on his own, try to sell a bait, while the rest are trying to clear it with the Sova Owl, as Shinobi's going to spot Win inside you.
Yeah, still the feelers game here for Cloud9. They're playing really, really far back. That early frag really left a bad taste in their mouth. Still undecided where they want to go. 50 seconds left on the clock, looking towards B. It's, of course, going to be Effie's and Mikael ready with the defense. The first line of contact set up with a great crossfire, might I add, in Hookah. Camera going to be looking, of course, towards Wood to make sure that nobody pushes in. But now, here comes the party. Hopefully you brought the potluck. It's the mowdown from Effie's. He's going to find 2, pick up a new weapon as well. And it's just up to 2 players now for Cloud9. Player 1, little does he know, on the other side of the smoke, there is a pesky little Cypher Vice looking to get some intel, but it's falling apart here for Cloud9.
Yeah, I thought PL1 probably saw him halfway through the smoke, but he's still able to lurk out, and a 180 gets the tap in the face. Now can Vice at least save his weapon because the spike has been dropped towards Hookah. So far, so good. He's made it back towards back of short A. His teammate already, as Relics, falls back towards that spawn, so they will be able to salvage their weapons into the next. But GenG now takes the lead by 3, showing a lot of dominance now here on the defender side.
Yeah, this is what I said earlier on. 6-6 scoreline. It's going to be a little rough now for Cloud9 moving forward. GenG feeling a lot more comfortable on the defense here. They, of course, did pick the attacker side first, so they dealt with it quite handily as well. 6-6, a pretty good scoreline, especially if you're comfortable in the second half. You have a lot more rounds to work with than if it were, say, I don't know, 10-2. You really have to hustle and bustle and make sure you get some rounds back into your favor. But it's looking like they're doing a great job so far on the side of GenG, preparing for a different style defense, leaving a lot of room for Hookah, which allows Tens and Relics to push forward. At the end of the day, if they want to make this expensive, they can do so with this type of strategy. Little do they know Effie's on the opposite side. Tens going to be the first one, and he gives up the angle. Now from behind, Tens only lands the 5th shot onto Effie's, and it's going to open up the round. He actually gets involved, dunks onto GMB, and he's going to dunk on player 1 as well. He's kicking butt and taking names Now it's just up to 2 members remaining here for Gen.G.
How the hell is that possible? And you still have a Cypher lurking towards the A side, so a big flank on top of that. Yeah, they're even going to take the teleport. Play the safe route. You've made it in. You're moving inside as well. You're going to get the spike plant too. Better pulse plant situation at the same time. Now the other two are out of position. You've upgraded, I think, to at least 2 weapons on the attackers too. Ten's even planning it at Tetris. And things are looking very dire for Mikael and his teammate now Nguyen on this rotation.
You know, Valiate from 100 Thieves said that Tens, he feels like collectively he's the best player. Why? Because he does things that normally you should not, like that. Just a jump, hop, skip, jump over the truck and sends those knives flying. Oh my goodness, what is happening? Tens!
Oh my god.
Where are you coming from, homie? 5 kills for him, a clean ace for Cloud9.
Why is that? Why is that? Is just because it was so badly played by Effys. They had a perfect 3-man stack towards Octagon where Effys is playing under the window. His sole job is to watch over towards the hookah window. 2 players are now towards the garden side. They spot down towards Long B. They see pistols. They're finding pistols. But I do understand because you're a Sage, you're like, oh crap, my teammates are kind of getting hit. I have to turn around and try to support them and give them a heal. But because of that, that gave a chance for Tens to get the backstab, even pop up his ultimate with the Blade Storm and catch 2 players off guard. And that's how you play a Jet. You just all over the place, tailwind, updraft, and then you get those right clicks in, refresh that all the time. Tens single-handedly won there for Cloud9.
I like this. I like this. Great pick onto Tens. Vice will get the refrag, but of course it was the clone from GMD to take out the Jet player. Now it is up to 3 members here for Cloud9. The operator's shot not even going to sing as Relics puts on the muzzle and takes out Hyun. And now they'll get that spike down. It is up to Gen.G. 3 members strong to get that retake in motion.
Yeah, we haven't seen that move since, like, what, the developers show match with Shroud and Nothing and all them by using a run it back through the teleporter and still get a kill. And I like the idea of that pinch coming in from the showers as well, but unfortunately they still both lost their lives trying to get those kills because they just had too many players to try to go against them, so they couldn't frag it all. So they get the spike plant. We're trying to go here for a retake with the last 2 players on the defender side. Even a Molly, that's going to seal the deal. Fall back, save your weapons. Okay. You're trying to go for a right or a heal while you defuse, maybe on top of that? That's going to be impossible. You should have fallen back and saved your weapons. It's going to be 9-8 no matter what here at this point. Effys might not even save his weapon.
Oh, he was right there. The finish line was right there. That was a 2nd place finish.
Oh man, no, he died. Yeah. If you're not first, you're last.
Yeah, exactly. But Cloud9, they're catching up. 8-9, they're catching up. Once they had those weapons on board, they were able to start really putting on a show. I feel like this one could go to overtime, depicting how close it is. You know, 3 rounds for Gen.G, then 2 rounds for Cloud9, and you are seeing now Cloud9, of course, even after... it is, of course, Gen.G that are weaponless. They've only got pistols here, so we'll see how Cloud9 are able to take advantage of this. But look at this from Gen.G. They don't really have the pistols, so it's going to be the Zerg rush for them. And they've got a flood of Zerglings ready to push in from the market.
Yeah, unfortunately, though, everybody's still pushing on that short side. And as soon as they break this trap wire, there you go. We're going to turn around. There's going to be Relics waiting for them. He's going to try to farm him down. That's the first one. Not able to get more than one, though, as Quinn retaliates with the Frenzy. But Shinobi, Shock Dart. No kills, at least. And he does get support from Tens.
Oh, slow orb, I like it. It really stopped the push forward. And not only if you kill Shinobi, you have to face the final boss, Tens, who's waiting on the site, but he decides to come out to play. The minions They're not good enough. Tens going to find one. Shinobi is the only one that's going to fall so far. It's Hyun. Might just want to save the weapon here, but he could play for exits and make it a very expensive round for Cloud9, but little does he know they will flood back towards the defender spawn. And it's actually Vice who's going to be walking through the wishbone. Hyun going to find him on the opposite side. Sprays commence. And it is Vice as we have a quick look at a bear with a gun.
No matter what, though, it was an eco round going in here for the defenders, a 9-9 scoreline. That should have given them enough money still, enough credits to work with into this round. for GenG. And looking at how things are so far, you see that Mikael on that minimap is running back and forth, still trying to figure out, hey, should I put trap wires to help you guys out towards the A side? But now he's just going to pretty much try to set it up towards the A side, and then maybe to start things off, if player 1, they don't see any action towards the A side first, player 1 might rotate early, and then just have a solo hold towards B. Oh, they're going for a boost instead. Okay, so it's going to be boost on the showers. That's kind of being missed. They're going to try it one more time. We have it perfectly in a point of view of a double scope of tens. As almost he's X-raying himself. But they missed the jumps, so they're going to fall back on that and forget it.
Yeah, unfortunate for GenG. Can't get a great angle. When you don't have the mobility, you got to work with what you're given, and the boost's not going to work out. Cloud9 looking for A once again. Seems to have worked for them in the past. Shinobi going to be trying to clear out U-Haul. Nguyen, in fact, will actually find Vice with a Hunter's Fury, or maybe it was a Shock Dart, I'm not quite sure, from the opposite side of the map. And now it's the 4v5. Spike is down. Retake in motion for GenG as Tens laying in wait. The Hyena is hungry, and there's a lot of food coming towards the A site.
That's right, a 5-on-4 situation, but they could, well, no, it's too far to go for the res, so they're just going to have to hold it as a 4-man roster here for Cloud9. They have a couple of guys here inside you. That curveball is not going to affect much. Close range, Tens is trying to land some shots. Still, unfortunately, does not connect. A wall to come up to for the side of GenG that should get the easy defuse. We're still trying to hunt down the last two to try to kill him. They managed to do so onto Relics. Now Shinobi close range. GMD, another headshot coming through. And that is going to be the round coming in for GenG. Back in the lead, but it should still be money in favor now of Cloud9.
Okay. Round after round,
We got a match.
I see both teams, I see both teams. They're both pulling out all the stops here, and this is just a group stage match. I mean, I don't want to say just a group stage map, but...
Hey, it's BO1, man. It's important.
Yeah. Yeah, I still feel like this is one of those respect. Respect is on the line here for whoever comes out on top for these two teams.
No, definitely. And at this point, that we still don't know. It's respect, at least in the matchup, because nobody's trying to play these fancy moves, with the exception of Relics that gets an ace with the Sheriff and then Blade Storm knives. Aside from that, it's still been very close and back and forth. And with these pushes, they're always getting denied here. This time it's going to be a push towards this B side for Cloud9. They've lost a player early towards A. Recon Arrow is going to spot at least Win in the site, so Shock Darts are coming out too. Curveball as well coming out of Hookah as GMD is trying to rotate back and save his team. He lines up too. Orbital Strike as he gets the hat trick, and that is going to be it. Yes, a wasted Orbital Strike, but you want the round at the end of the day, and GenG secured that round.
Listen, when you line up like dominoes, you can't not expect them to fall one at a time. So Cloud9 really got to work on your domino effect there. We are getting a little bit of an update through chat, and of course I did just confirm by having a quick look at some of the websites that we use, of course, Spike GG. Sentinels lost to T1 Academy 13-12. 13-12 on Bind. It went to OT, say it ain't so, we never go double OT. But they will now be 2-0 in the group, which is absolutely crazy.
How? I'm trying to find the map too, but the map doesn't say on the scoreboard, unfortunately. That is crazy. 13-12. We'll talk about that a little bit later, because actually we're going to be broadcasting T1 Academy next versus Together We Are Terrific. So don't go anywhere, guys. If we want to know how T1 Academy is, let's check it out as soon as this one is done between GenG and Cloud9. Into this round, though, we do have Vice and company split up. One towards that fountain, 3 heading away towards Hookah, and still a lurker with the Sova towards the A side. But again, you have a 3-man stack here for GenG towards this B side.
Yeah, Cloud9 going to be using their fancy pants jump dry peaks, which they'll find nobody in Hookah, of course. And GenG is on the opposite side, building a fort in wood. There's going to be one member, that's GMD, that pulls off from the defender spawn. It's going to be 3 members strong here on the B site, but Cloud9, they do not seem interested with the idea no longer. They'll back away, funnel through the market, but Vansilli, there's 30 seconds left on the clock to execute, and that's not a lot of time, especially since they're slow walking, trying to not make a noise here. But GenG actually pull forward towards B. It's the smokes from Relics that bait out the push, and now they will have complete control of this A site, and it's GenG that are fumbling the retake.
Unfortunately, Tens missed the operator shot, though, but because still falls from Shinobi moving forward with the Spectre. So Win still waiting for his teammates to rotate. It's going to be once again a 4 versus 4. They cannot get a res once again for Cloud9. Unfortunate for them every single time that it's in this situation. But here comes the curveball that come across. A double peek now. It's traded off with Effie's taking the lead. Now Rez to come up. This should kill both. No! Mitch swings in, gets a double kill of his own. Make that a hat trick onto GMD.
Oh my goodness. Who picks a fight in U-Haul? There was like 300 people there. That is not quarantine safe. That is not respecting the distance, okay? Wear a mask. For the U-Haul, it was busy. A lot of frags going down. And Cloud9, of course, they win the round. It is getting close. Might be just as close as the Sentinels game up against T1 Academy. Cloud9, they've got 2 ultimates available, and GenG only have 1. We'll see if that's going to play a factor, but so far GenG are just trying to keep this lead, and so far it's just a 1-round lead.
That is such a clutch round there for Mitch. At this point now, you're going to see Mikael. It is going to be a tough round, a dire round here for GenG, because you see right now through the camera lens of Mikael and this GoPro version of Nguyen, he does have an operator, right? So they have gone for a full buy here for the defenders. They lose this one here. They might not have any money once it's going to be 11-11 that could possibly put here TenZ and company of Cloud9 at map point. So it's a dire round that they need. They also need to win this round with not many casualties on the defender side too. And look how still Nguyen has not put all the timing out of this. He gets the collateral onto Shinobi, onto Mitch. The last one is at the showers, moving forward, and he's forced to fall back no matter what, as Vice still gets the kill onto Mikael.
Man, did they just lay out a blanket, drop down a couple of pillows? That's a dirt nap from Cloud9. Catch some Z's while you're playing on bind. One last member remaining. Vice, what can you do now at this point? I mean, you can pick up the operator. It's right there. It's just right to your right. Step a little to the right. Grab that operator. Save the weapon to the next round. But GenG, this puts them at match point. I know we're just going to wait out 20 seconds. Vice probably looking for a couple of fancy exits.
Yeah.
But we are at match point, likely for GenG.
And that's what you like, right? It's 15 seconds left on the clock. You see Vice from his position. I don't think they want to go on a hunt no matter what. But it's the teamwork that you have. Mikael, when I talked about the camera, so he was watching that camera from that A heaven. He's like, okay, we have Nguyen posted towards the showers, but the timing on that. So he says, okay, there's 2 guys coming in for a short. The wall comes up. He turns around. If it was actually a split second. Oh my God, he stays alive. Okay. If there was actually a split second more, maybe that Cypher could have moved forward, which was Vice to get that kill onto Nguyen, and it would have been a totally different round. But because of that, just from teamwork and callouts and a great job by Mikael with the camera, that's all you need. He didn't even need to get kills. He won that round just based on communication.
Wow. Okay, let's clear the pillows. Let's clear the napping area on the A site and give Cloud9 another chance at redemption here. Of course, the economy looking hot here. Sorry, not so hot. It's the attack that have a great economy. Oh, sorry, the colors are swapped, actually. No. Man, we're past this, man. I thought
not anymore. Not yet. So I think we also have a pause too, because actually in the rulebook that we have for the Pulse Invitational presented here with United Way of New York City, they actually do have and are allowed pauses, I think, of 30 seconds for the map for each team. So that means maybe they could have some time to discuss. This will be probably the first time we see a timeout coming through as well, unless it's a technical too. We don't know because we don't see the chat, right? We can't really read it. But at that point, like you said here, Simo, because of that round, it's still looking to be a dire low buy for the attackers. But let's not discount Cloud9 into this round, even if they have a low buy. Why? Because look at TenZ. Look at that overlay. Look at that Jet. She's got a Blade Storm ready.
Yeah. Of course, a Blade Storm is ready, but you need to unleash the storm if you want to land any frags. And we saw a clean ace. Okay? We saw ace. TenZ can't do it. If anyone is going to do it, it is TenZ. Unfortunately, not opting. Oh, there's also, Shinobi. He's there too.
Oh my
God,
God,
his beautiful eyes. Oh, wow.
They look like Reflections eyes. They're so beautiful.
Wait, is that some Naruto stuff? Has he got some Naruto eyes over there, man? He's about to pop that.
I haven't watched that
and some fancy hand signals, and he's just gonna Ninetales Fox is gonna come out onto bind, and he's gonna have to deal with it. Yeah.
I haven't watched anime in a long time. Like Box said, I'm a boomer, man. I don't really watch cartoons anymore, except if I'm watching like Ninja Turtles 1, 2, and 3 from like 1992. Those were actually really good ones. The live-action Ninja Turtles movies. If you guys never saw it, please do. So it's so dope. But I think now, since that we've passed the 30-second mark, It's safe to say it's probably a technical at this point. If you're looking at this mini-map, is there anybody that's really not moving from this team? It looks like it's maybe the Brimstone of Relics at this point. Okay, never mind. We're unpausing. Let's go with it.
So this is now Cloud9's responsibility to get these rounds. GenG, they are going to just stick to what they know and continue to play their style, switching up the defense round after round, not really keeping the same positions twice. We are seeing 3 towards B for the setup, but as Cloud9 has actually already gained control of Hookah, something that we haven't really seen too much of before. But it is the Owl drone that's going to spot out the pesky Jet player 10s in the back corner, now going to have to back away. Still going to be pushing forward with the Owl drone. It's going to get taken out. And that Hookah control is now officially lost.
Yeah, that was so well done. He took his time, too, to look through with the Owl drone. Didn't really want to get it shot early because he already spotted the Jet before, so why try to repeat against 10s? Now that he saw the Brimstone, too, he's like, okay, so we have Relics, we have 10s towards the Hookah side. Now you see that he backpack it back towards the A side for Cloud9, where once again, you still have the camera being played by Mikael, but the difference is here now is that they don't have Nguyen as the operator. They brought PL1 back towards the A side.
Looking towards A. Cloud9 seem to like to play the time here on attack. Vice, he's got a sheriff, and he's got a bunch of deputies with him looking to push through. 2 members here strong for GenG on the site. Camera going to be popped out here. A great Ballatw, actually, to stop the push in towards. It's GMD. He's going to try to push forward. Not actually going to get the frag, and it's not the clone either. You'll be taking out 10s with the Blade Storm. He said it was going to slice and dice. So far, only finds 1 kill. 10s has the operator in tow. Shinobi going to find 1 as well. The spike is down, and it's the 4v2.
Dude, a dash with the Blade Storm kill, and now they're all dropping like flies for GenG. Last one to go as the Cyber Cage comes down. Nguyen gets the wall bang onto Relics, and now we have a 3-on-2, but at this point, you still have that Blaze Storm up here from the Jet. So we're going to have Nguyen fall back, and we are going to play the distance of regulation into round number 24 to see, or round number 24, see who's going to bring this forward.
And holding down the angle of the operator. Just going to save the weapon. No need to get overzealous. We've seen how that can be a pain in the butt. Cloud9, they can feel happy, but they are now looking on the hunt as we have another beautiful look at Sova. And personally, my favorite agent, considering my Russian background, I'm just looking for some very particular Russian words that come from the CSGO community. I will not say them because they are not positive on the air, but I'm sure chat will catch the drift and utter the 8 letters that they need. But 11-12, the scoreline. Cloud9 still need 1 more to take us to overtime.
That's right. I miscounted. I was a fake Asian.
Oh.
So we are moving here into round number 23 into this matchup. So we'll see what happens. No, I was right. Round number 24. What the hell? Is my math wrong? Am I wrong here, Simo? I gotta stop questioning chat. Let's go back with the action no matter what here. We're gonna focus here on the guys getting the kills. It is gonna be Cloud9 moving back towards this fountain side. A split 2-2, and also once again a lurk towards this A side that's looking for any aggressive push-its towards the showers, because you see how the camera's up. So he's looking at not only a push from short A, but also a push from showers, while everybody else is looking to regain that control towards this hookah for Cloud9.
And holding down the angle with the operator, looking towards hookah. No one is quite there. Cloud9 still playing the time game as usual. The feelers that they send out every round have really not come up with anything. No early picks as GenG do not really want to play too forward into the opposition. We've seen them really stick to their stride in staying on the sites. 2 here again, and GMD, last time he was on B, now he's on A. So constantly mixing it up here for GenG, and really at the end of the day, you kind of need to do that. 10's already going to hop up, and a crucial member out of the fight. It's GMD that's going to find 1. Mikael as well. Earlier on found 10's, and it's a push gone wrong here for Cloud9. Could this be the end, or will the rest of Cloud9 push through? Relic's going to find 1. Relic's going to find 2.
Nice.
Vice as well from the side, providing that firepower. And it's now just down to the 3v3.
And if it wasn't for Relics to get the kill, it had to be the flank coming in from Vice as well inside that shower. So a great job at least for Relics to get the openers. When trying to move forward, he could get 1 kill and activate the Hunter's Fury. You have a Neural Theft as well if they get an early kill. Now it's going to be Shinobi, though, pushing forward. He's pressing charge. He's trying to bring this into overtime. It's traded off by Effie's, though. Now here comes BL1. Looks around. Shinobi is down. Vice last man standing. First shot, long range, does connect. Trying to run away. Down to 27 HP. Cyber Cage does come up. Frost Orb, onto the ground and a wall. It's going to be a full defuse coming through. He breaks the wall.
Wait.
No, he's off it. They're pushing through. He gets the kill. Now is there enough time? There should be. And we will have GenG winning this matchup 13-11 versus Cloud9.
What? What?